When I say this shit gotta suck, this shit gotta suck. I'm talking about like literally every 3 to 4 months, you gotta get a visit from CPS. And of course, she's gonna blame it on the PAHs. But once again, y'all, we can't spell peach without what? That's right, PAH. So she'll PAH herself. But anyway, yeah, CPS is there again. But before we get into it, let's get into this disclaimer. This video is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. I don't want anyone going out their way to harass anyone, cyberbully anyone, or anything like that. Your girl Yo-Yo don't do it, and I don't want you to do it either. This is a public platform, and people post things, and we can talk about it. And I'm going to do just that. I'm going to keep it cute, and I'm going to ask y'all to keep it cute, too. Especially in my comments, y'all. Don't make me start doing videos about y'all comments. Anyway, y'all, CPS is over there. And one thing I can say before we get into these clips, Miss Peaches is very calm. She's acting very proper, but still psychotic. And the officer is going to pick up on it, y'all. Another thing I could say is you don't see Wood in none of these clips. Y'all, where is Wood? Wood is, when I'm talking about when it's problems, when it's trouble, when it's something that both parents should be there, or a situation, baby, he don't want no parts, especially when it's a sheriff around. I'm just saying. And I also want to say this. I don't allow anyone to try to tell me how to run my platform, what to talk about on my channel, how to react, or what to react to. And so I'm not going to use my platform and tell someone what they should do and shouldn't do, and if they're right or wrong. I'm not going to do that. We all are grown. And at the end of the day, we all have to be accountable for our actions. I will say this here. Your girl Yo-Yo, I don't get down with this. I don't make false claims, or I don't call CPS on people and stuff like that. Now, I will say she does a lot of things that I don't agree with and I don't like. And I'll just come out here and I'll read her rights. I'll tell her how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to put those children through trauma, and I'm not going to, waste tax dollars and people times where there's actual children that's out here for real, being mistreated and abused and stuff like that. Now, do I think that she is neglecting some of her children's needs? Yes, I do. Do I think that it's to the point where CPS need to be called on her? No, I don't. And I say that too, y'all, because all jokes to the side, this lady got 9 kids, and that will be hard for the state to try to place all 9 of those kids in one household. Who's going to take on that responsibility, especially from someone that's not your loved one? So those kids will be scattered everywhere. So I don't wish that on her. Do I wish she get her stuff together? Yes, I do. Do I believe everything she say? Hell to the no. And that's the same thing that you're going to see in these clips. As content creators, we know you can edit the hell out of a video. You can cut and paste like crazy, okay? And one thing she did in these clips, y'all, is she broke up a lot of shorts. Shorts, okay? So she missing a lot of information. So we don't know who called. All we know is the school could have reported her. But let's get into it.
Peach Patch. I was just at the Lakewood Ranch Library. Starting my live stream, had probably been live for about 2 or 3 minutes. My husband calls, I decline. Calls again, I decline. Calls again, I tell Gregory McKay, text your dad. Calls again, I say, let me get off live and just see. He said, CPS at our house. So now I gotta leave here from work, go home. This is what people always do to me. They get upset with the way I behave on social media, what I say on social media, and then they call Child Protective Services on me. People weaponize Child Protective Services to retaliate against me, and they let them. All right, Peach Patch.
If you know that your behavior is causing trauma and problems in your family and in your household, why is it that you keep putting so much on this internet? And we ain't gonna miss the point that you just said on a Tuesday that your husband kept calling you and you told McKay to
So y'all called child protection.
You told McKay to call his dad back, and then you found out CPS was at the house. So that makes it sound like you may have allegedly withdrew McKay as well. Because it sounded like he was at the library with you on a Tuesday instead of being in school. We'll talk about that later, though.
Protective Services on me again. Can't wait to hear what the allegations are. Manatee County Sheriff's. All right, Peach Patch, for those of you who aren't familiar with Child Protective Services, they'll always show up in like a car like this. And then you can kind of look at their tags. If the tag is yellow, my fellow, most likely a state Child Protective Services worker.
Did something happen at the school?
Rather not talk about it.
Her saying she'd rather not talk about it kind of raised the eyebrow. Her rocking in this rocking chair is really scary. I'm glad the police was there, because we know that she can really snap at any moment. She got a lot on her, y'all. But this rocking chair, just listen to her tone and her voice and how she reacts.
Okay. Can I tell you what it says on the report?
Sure.
The mother got upset at the school because the children were sent home with bags of food for needy children. She was offended and took the bags of food and threw them at the desk in the school office, cussing out staff. She is not posting on social media about the school. She is now posting on social media about the school, including calling staff racist.
Do y'all think that this report came from the school, or did this report come from someone on the internet? I want to know. Sound off.
Reported her acting crazy and is suspected that the mother's having some mental health issues.
Okay.
So that's essentially all.
And do you think I'm having mental health issues right now?
Look at his face, y'all. He really wanted to say, hell yeah. But instead, he was professional. And he just let her be. This lady should have just said, oh, I'm not here for that.
I'm not a mental health professional, but no.
Thank you.
I can refer you to somebody if you wanted to.
No, don't need help for mental health. It's okay.
Have you ever been there?
At this point, stop asking her, does she want help? And just mandate her. Just for a little bit. It's for her and her children's best health.
With any mental health?
No, ma'am. You can check my medical history.
She don't go to the doctor. What medical history?
Was that something roughly that happened at school?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are your children ever left unsupervised?
Of course not.
Now this is when it get real interesting. Listen.
Like when you go grocery shopping or leave?
Of course not. And even if they were in the state of Florida, I'm allowed to leave my children unsupervised. There's no age requirement for me to leave my children at home in the state of Florida.
Would you want to leave your babies at home by themselves?
Of course not. Why would I do such a thing? They can't dial 911.
But you just said that your babies can be left home alone.
Of course I could if they could dial 911. But they can't.
So,
I don't.
All children of ages.
To answer your question, I do not currently leave my children at home alone. But in the state of Florida, there is no law that states you cannot leave your babies home alone. There is verbiage that says that the child needs to be able to dial 911 in the case of an emergency. But at the current moment,
her voice sounds really shaky, and I hope she know that they are writing that down, as well as the officer is taking note, because I would be concerned too that you're saying that. Why would you even mention the fact that, oh, in the state of Florida, I can leave my kids at home? Like, what? The last time they was there, you said you had cameras to watch your kids.
I have never left my babies at home alone, and I don't have any plans to do so. Thank you.
Does your 17-year-old ever help take care of the kiddos?
Of course.
Yeah. What does he do?
I'd rather not say.
Girl, just say what your 17-year-old do. Like, why is it that you rather not say? Is like you trying to hide something. All of this stuff is going to be documented. Just say, oh, he helped you take the kids to school or pick the kids up or whatever the case is. He's 17. You say that you guys are family. Family's supposed to help each other. Say it.
So it does mention a little bit about was it your twins that were in the NICU, but that was already all investigated in the past. Okay. Any complications since then?
No.
So it does mention a little bit about was it your twins that were in the NICU, but that was already all investigated in the past. Okay. Any complications since then?
No.
And just to let y'all know, that right there was the short. It's skipped.
It says, so the report that we got was for leaving the children unattended without supervision. It mentions that the children are always in the care of the father, who is an alcoholic, and that you are aware of his drinking. That he sleeps all day, he's not able to care for the children.
And I just want to be a little messy here. Hopefully you guys be able to see it. She has her passport out on the table. Some of you are saying and have been telling me that allegedly her license is suspended or something like that. Maybe she just lost it or something. She do got her passport out. It's still a form of identification. I don't know, y'all, but I did notice her passport was out.
And that he leaves other children to care for your other children. So are you aware of any drinking?
No, my husband has been sober now for 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Wait a minute, nah. But she claimed he stopped drinking after Nami. Okay, that's what she wanna say. Girl, just say he stopped drinking.
You know if where this could have come from?
Of course, the internet. I have millions of followers on social media.
Okay. And they
Not no more. You lost your 1.1 million on TikTok.
You're aware of his history, or?
Yeah, I'm very transparent.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about his history?
No, ma'am. It's not.
How can you say you're very transparent and then you just say, no, ma'am? That don't sound transparent, Peach.
Important for your report.
Okay. But you said, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
But you said no drinking in the past 2 years, you mentioned?
2 years in July, August, September. So 2 years, 3 months, 27 months.
Okay. What about you?
I've never drank or did drugs a day in my life. We also have previous drug tests on file, but I'll be more than happy to take one right now for you.
Okay,
and my husband will too.
Okay. Wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Wood Pirate, like, who the fuck told you to speak for me?
We'll do that after I go through everything, okay?
Not a problem.
All right, y'all. So you see it for yourself. This is the content that we got for Tuesday. And we're probably going to ride this out for the rest of the week. Y'all know how she do. She done broke up this clip of the CPS visit so much, y'all. It's so many shorts. McKay over there on a Tuesday in the library with her. Wood somewhere hiding. She didn't volunteer him to do a damn drug test. This is a lot. Now, at first I was thinking like maybe the school did make the report. Because they was talking about how the bag was thrown up under the window and stuff like that. But then, as the lady read the report, someone stated that the dad be at home, allegedly drinking and sleeping, and the other kids is tending. So, okay. But then again, y'all, we talking about Peach here. She could have made the damn report herself. I don't know. But then her voice was kind of shaky. We never know over there, y'all. We just got to sit back and watch. We know before in the past, Wood used to get pissed the hell off when CPS is coming to the house. I wonder how he feel right now. I wonder what he got to say. Like, at some point, when you going to get in the camera, sir? When you going to speak out? Like, for real. Because at the same time, too, you know that a lot of the things that is brought onto your family, it comes from your wife's behavior. And as a man and supposed to be the head of the household, why he have no type of control over his wife? So y'all drop down in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. I will keep you guys updated. Okay, we here again 3 months later. We back with the CPS visit. And what y'all think about the cop? A lot of people like under her comments, oh, I didn't like him, this, that, and other. No, he just read through the bullshit. He was like, okay, I know what time it is. All we know is he probably been out there before. But y'all, it's your girl Yo-Yo. I'm gonna catch y'all later on. Bye.